Well, as this pops up across the bottom of the screen, not surprised at all. Now, for this video, you are all should be fully aware, if not, go back over my videos of the issues and concerns I have about reform. So I'm just going to pick them up, I'm going to put them to one side and ignore those and talk about what has happened and what a difference it really does make, or potentially makes. Now, I did a short on the 2nd of May when I was discussing about halfway through the day, and the results are beginning to filter in, and reform were doing okay. They've done more than okay. They've done absolutely astoundingly brilliantly, and you can't argue with that, irrespective of how you feel about reform. What they've done over these local elections, half of the local elections, has been absolutely stunning. It really, really has. Absolutely brilliant. So what's happened now, because of that, Labour MPs are not happy. Because Labour MPs aren't happy, the pressure is beginning to mount. Now, a lot of people were like, including Labour MPs, were like, oh, you know, because Keir Starmer come out and said, I mean, losing Runcorn by 6 votes was absolutely devastating. But what this, and these are his words, but what this indicates to us and the way it's going is people want us to go harder and faster in our plan of change, which shows, and this is one of the victories that I don't think a lot of people have noticed, and I don't think reform have noticed, is the fact that because you did so well, you've now panicked Starmer into doing exactly what needs to be done. I'm going to say something that some people might think. Well done, Keir Starmer. Thank you for saying that. And please do exactly what you said. Do exactly. Go harder. Go faster. Because what reform need to do, and I don't know whether anyone from reform will even listen to this, probably not, because most people who follow reform don't like my channel because I have issues. But listen to me. What you need to do now, as you're in position of you running, I think it's 5 councils now, is what you need to do is you need to make him and force him go faster, go harder. And that's the pressure you want to apply to him. Because him doing that is exactly what we all need to hopefully start waking up the dumb, idiotic middle class who are oblivious to everything that's going on. Because what you want to do is you want him to do that and to go as hard and as fast as he can. Sounds like Lord Ali. Any case, that's what you want. And then what you want to do in your councils and with your councillors is the opposite. You want to show them what common sense and what reality and what people actually think and what actually needs to happen is being done in councils, so you can then hold it up and say, you see what this dickhead's doing? Look what we're doing. This is what common sense, and what you're going to be able to do, because you're now in the position where it's not about words. You now have the ability for action, and your action needs to make it even more polarizing. You need to make it now. The optics are evil, good. This is what you can do if you use common sense. Look what this idiot's doing. That's what you need to do. This is the opportunity. And I don't know whether reform understand this. I don't know whether a lot of people do understand this. When Keir Starmer said, and now some of his cabinet members are going to come out, and I'll do another video about that, is it's got to go harder, got to go faster, got to go, because they want to destroy the country. They were going to do it over 5 years. Now the pressure's on. And if you can keep the pressure on, and remember that next year, we will have local elections like here and all the other places that didn't this term round, and those people who's got cancelled because they want to rebuild, Labour want to build serfdoms, where little councils no longer matter, you've got to report to a big council. I don't understand the logic. Well, I do, because what they want to do is they want to centralise control so they can turn it into a communist state. It's what it's all about. Pay attention. But in any case, those people get a chance to vote. And if it happens again in that election, and you can guarantee that will happen, reform, if over this next year, those councils you control do a good job, and you start doing what you say you're going to do, then that result will be replicated, if not even better. And then I think you will then be looking at maybe being able to force a general election the year after. I don't think this government's going to go to term. I did say that a while ago, I do believe. In one of the videos I actually said, I don't think they're going to go for the 5 years. I also very, very worried that they know this, which is why they're trying to get it so they can rig the election by flooding the country with people who will vote for them and lowering the age of voting to 16, which they think and hope is going to get them 16-year-olds to vote for them, because they're easily manipulated. You just have to promise them a game station and they'll probably vote for you. So you want this now. This is the golden opportunity to force this to happen as long as you do it. That's the real victory here. The real victory isn't the local elections and all the results. The thing is, you forced him to go, I need to go faster. We need to go harder. We need to fuck this country over quicker, because that's what you want. That's what you want. And you then have got to demonstrate and show what you would do if you were in power and the options and changes that would have facilitate. That's what you've got to do. You have the opportunity now. Don't fuck it up. Because the pressure's on Starmer now. MPs are getting a bit, yeah, more pressure. Now remember, if you do keep the pressure up, remember that the Labour Party and the government aren't going to go anywhere. Starmer might, but then you have to look at who would be his replacement. And I did a video about that a long time ago as well. I mean, some people are going, oh, you know, you could have David Lammy, you could have Yvette Cooper. You could also have Sadiq Khan. And some people go, no, you can't. Well, yeah, you can. You could just take him out and wait for a perfectly timed, get one of your other MPs in a safe seat to resign and just stick him in. He gets voted in. Boom, there you go. Prime Minister. Think out. You've got to think like this. So don't just think that's such a good idea. I think what we need to do more is not necessarily, although, in fact, no, you want to keep Starmer in place. Another thing you wouldn't think you'd ever hear me say, because he's an idiot. He's showing his insanity right now, and it's only going to get worse as the pressure grows. And that's what you want to do. You want him to, you want to give him, I was going to say something else, but I remembered that's what Silver Fox Hot Takes got into trouble for. So you say you want to give him enough to do it himself. Does that make sense? I can't say the words because I'll get into trouble, because that's the way you want him to put himself, you want him to look at me, I am this demigod of evil. Yeah? That's what you want him to do. So you don't want him gone. You want him to keep saying what he's saying because it makes it better for everybody else. You want the image in the mirror to look really, really bad as you can make it, so you look absolutely wonderful. That's what you got to do. That's the opportunity Reform has. Let's just hope they don't fuck it up. In any case, 2 videos coming up at the end of this. One will be the last one I uploaded, the other one with the chosen one, which YouTube picks for itself. Best for viewer, apparently. That's what it's called. Not up to me. I don't pick the videos. It does. If you like what I'm saying, you agree with what I'm saying. And remember that I've just done this video and I've put my Reform issues to one side. They're still there in a little box. But we'll discuss that in another video, what we're going to think about. But in any case, you can like, you can share, you can subscribe, which is absolutely free. You can ding the notification bell. That's absolutely free. You can then go to attempt to put a comment in the comment section. It's not me who's deleting them. I know people think that I am. I'm not. Unless you're a Sticklebrick user, your opinion is valid on my channel. I'm giving you my opinion. You're entitled to your opinion. You don't have to agree. Again, I'm opening the door. It's up to you whether you want to walk through. You don't have to. You don't have to do anything. And when you're saying, and when we're on the line, don't have to do anything, there are ways of financially supporting this channel if you want. All down below. Not going to talk about that. That's if you want to. Any case, enough of that. I'm done. So, until the next one.
I think it's an arrow at the bottom.